Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Man vs. Bee, starring Rowan Atkinson. This looks incredible. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 8. Audiobook for book number 1. Yeah, Mr. Bean. Yes, this is Mr. Bean, and he's got a new series on Netflix. Good on Netflix. Doesn't look woke at all. I don't think he'll make it woke at all. It's just all him doing like physical comedy. So the premise of it is he gets a job as a house sitter at a fancy mansion, and he accidentally lets a bee into the place when he goes to go into the place. He can't get rid of the bee, and in the process he basically destroys the house and himself. Here, oh man, the bits in just the trailer are freaking hilarious. I mean, they kind of give the game away a little bit, but I think this will just be infinitely watchable. This is the kind of stuff I've always liked. Here he is trying to kill him with the plunger. God, I can't wait for this. Landing June 24th. Here he is using a hammer to try to kill the bee on his knee. If you haven't seen Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson, he's a master of physical comedy. He reminds me a lot of Peter Sellers, who I was a big fan of back in the day, who was Inspector Clouseau, the original. And this is just going to be good. This is just going to be so good. You know, kudos for Netflix for doing this. I mean, big upvote, absolutely. Who the hell downvotes Mr. Bean? What are you, out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? This guy is a comedy genius. This is going to be great because it's going to just be pure comedy. It's just going to be, it's essentially Mr. Bean. I mean, like, he's not Mr. Bean, but he's kind of Mr. Bean. It is like a world where Mr. Bean is married and has a kid, and you know he's struggling, and that's an appealing part about him too. It's like he's struggling, so he has to get a job as a house sitter, and he's trying to make the best of things. He's so excited that he's finally got a job. He's telling his daughter and his wife, I don't know if it's his ex-wife, that he has a job and that they'll be able to go on holiday. You know, very simple plot. But of course, he's trying to kill the bee, and he's just wrecking the house in the process with his overemphasis on killing the bee. And then the trailer starts with him in court after he's destroyed the house, essentially. And then I'm sure he tries to cover it up, tries to fix it, but it's like it's too far gone along. And just his face. I mean, his face is great. He's got a face for comedy. So yeah, I am so here for this. Now it's a series. It's not really going to have a 3-act structure. Kind of the beginning's just going to be him getting in the house, letting in the bee. Probably in the first episode, he destroys a few things, and then, you know, it's like, oh, he can fix these things, right? He thinks he's killed the bee, and then he's gonna, you know, fix the couple of items he damaged early on, and he, you know, maybe he knocks over a statue like an idol, and then maybe he just takes some glue and fixes it, you know, manages to get it all back together. So by the second episode, like, this is sort of the setup, you know, and he doesn't even realize he's being attacked by the bee, right? So then he tries to kill the bee, and it gets more and more, you know, as each episode progresses, it gets more and more, oh my God, I gotta kill this bee, I hate this bee, that it's almost got an evil intelligence to it, that it's actually making things worse, not him. He's blaming the bee for clearly things he did. And then, you know, by the end of the movie or series, he's burned down the house, and he's on trial because now he's in much worse shape than he was. And then I fully expect the bee to just fly away at the end from the burning house, which will be great. Oh, I can't wait to see this. I mean, how could you not like Mr. Bean? How could you not like Mr. Bean? You can see all the things that's gonna happen. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. This is gonna be good. Rowan Atkinson, even doing like live performances, he does this kind of stuff, and he's great. He's great. Is the bee gonna die? Is the big question. Maybe the bee dies at the end and he feels bad, but I doubt it. I think the bee just flies away at the end. And then maybe he goes to jail, and then the last shot is like the bee coming into his jail cell. Like he still can't kill it. Maybe. I don't know. But this is the way to do a comedy. You do it all the way. You do it all the way. You just push it all the way off a cliff. Let's see. It's a comedy series that will get the whole family buzzing. Yeah, and it's a family thing. Like anybody could watch this. There's not going to be anything rude in it or sexual, nothing like that. This is exactly the kind of stuff Netflix should be promoting. I mean, this is way better than the woke stuff. Way better. Everybody can get behind this. Who doesn't like the laugh? The woke. Yeah, so get rid of those people. This is exactly the kind of stuff you should be doing. This is something, too, you can watch again and again. This kind of comedy is universal. You can watch this 10 years from now. It'll be just as funny. You can watch it 50 years from now. That's what's so great about Bean. Even Rowan's old stuff. You can watch it right now. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. There's no topical nature to it, really. Maybe a little, but not because it's English and maybe you're not totally maybe it's a little slanted towards UK audiences because it was on the BBC. But this is gonna be sweet. So watch Man vs. Bee if you have Netflix. If you're still hanging on, hopefully maybe Netflix can pull out of this dive, get rid of all their woke crap, and stuff like this gives me hope. Check out Man vs. Bee. It's even a great title. From Netflix on June 24th. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. We do a Hollywoke hot take and a news blast on all those other channels. Can't do that on YouTube. And we'll see you in the next one.